All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
What? 180! I'm coming for you.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
Hot, 180! 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Cut, 120!
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Out. Listen. Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
We go tonight. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. We're good. That's the way.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And this will pin him back as it's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We go tonight. 180.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And the Rams first down.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Wait, 20.
QB's tracks. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Goff now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up. Just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here we go, here we go. Block 80! 58, right there. Come on, D!
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Set! 180! Alert, alert! 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
On third down, Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
the coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The four-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll find Everett there, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Goff now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. 25, check 25, check 20. Monday.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
White 80.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On second down now, it's Hunt, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Hunt. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
No spacing.
At 50. 58's the money.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. Black 20.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Black.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He completes it to Hunt. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Hey. Four down, four down, four down.
Jack 16.
24 is the mic. Yeah.
Black is on.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it, and an opportunity missed. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try it. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
And it's third down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Goff now looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, they'll put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Black 20. Hey, alert.
24 is the mic. It's coming this way.
Black is it.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 33. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Jack 16.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Protein spill.
Check three.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. He'll get it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Show that bench release and go.
Mike.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his third touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a first down throw, gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now it's gone. Going up top for Kupp. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Gone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Black 20. You got it, son. Watch 89.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go.
Now Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kareem Hunt with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Hunt. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Let's get it.
All right, now. Wide 80.
Nice, sweetheart.
Check.
They'll run again with Hunt. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for L.A., the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.